Good evening, you're now with me, Razi Ahmad, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak enhances education system to cultivate a new generation skilled in Quranic knowledge as well as science and technology. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim reminds students to not overly rely on artificial intelligence. The Sarawak government is advancing efforts to enhance the education system, aiming to shape a new generation skilled not only in Quranic knowledge but also in science and technology. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg announced the creation of an Islamic international school, blending Quranic studies with the Cambridge curriculum, empowering young minds to apply Quranic teachings across diverse fields, elevating the standing of Islam in every dimension.
Jadi apa yang kita nak buat hari ini, hafiz kita yang kita keluarkan hendaklah meneruskan pendidikan mereka di peringkat sekolah rendah, terus ke sekolah menengah, dan dalam sekolah menengah ini silabusnya adalah Quran dan juga silabus dunia. Mau mana kita memberi latihan dari sudut aspek pendidikan sains, kerana tamadun Islam berpunca daripada ilmu sains.
According to Abang Johari, this move aligns with the demands of today's challenging world, which increasingly requires scientific expertise, especially in tackling the escalating issue of climate change.
Saya negara Spain kena aibah jatuh, dan juga Taiwan dengan Taiwan yang kuat, dunia terangkat. Maknanya kita berkendakkan dari sains, sebabnya kita di Sarawak memerlukan.
He said this while officiating the upgrading ceremony of Darul Iman Mosque in the Sadong Jaya sub-district earlier today. Abang Johari also had the opportunity to perform Friday prayers with approximately 200 congregants before he was scheduled to visit the Darul Naim Tahfiz Centre located in the grounds of the Darul Naim Mosque.
Meanwhile, residents of Samarahan will soon benefit from a transition to three-phase electricity supply thanks to an allocation of over 150 million ringgit from the Sarawak government. Abang Johari announced that this initiative aligns with efforts to enhance living standards and boost the economy of residents who are increasingly using modern electrical appliances.
Rakyat kita kini itu sudah bertambah hidupnya. Maka waktu mereka ada, maka rumah kita semuanya single phase. Single phase saja, kerana enggak ada peti ais mereka. Hidup wang kita dah bertambah. Bukan saja yang ada ekor, rumah kita kini itu semua ekor. Nombor dua, yang mereka masih tidak tahu punya berapa peti ais masih. Ditambah lagi ada kena adik kakak kita nesah pun lagi nyasi tidak cara makan lagi kerana rezeki bertambah.
According to Abang Johari, this allocation is expected to help resolve the issue of frequent electricity supply interruptions, which have been a common concern among residents in the area. The Sarawak government, through the State Ministry of Utility and Telecommunication, Sarawak Energy Berhad SCB and its subsidiary SASCO, has agreed to upgrade the electricity supply infrastructure for the Asajaya, Sadong Jaya, Simunjan, Gedong and Sibuyau areas at a cost of nearly 174.0 million ringgit. Minister Datuk Sri Julaihi Narawi emphasised that this initiative aims to ensure a stable electricity supply in all affected areas, which have experienced increased demand due to improved lifestyles.
In other news, 61 farmers from the Sanadin State constituency receive agricultural project input support worth more than 300,000 ringgit through the Agricultural Subsidy Fund program. The assistance covers various categories including netted vegetables, open vegetables, non-seasonal fruits and seasonal fruits.
The aid presentation ceremony was officiated by Transport Minister cum Sanadin Assemblyman Datuk Sri Lee Kim Shin at the Farmer Training Centre ILP on Friday.
Membantu mereka supaya mereka boleh mengeluarkan lebih banyak hasil daripada tanaman mereka lah. Kebanyakan mereka ini adalah pekubun-pekubun tanam sayur, buah-buahan, ada juga separuh daripada mereka tanam nanas. Di kawasan saya ada. Saya telah mengingatkan mereka bahawa pegawai-pegawai pertanian akan turun juga dan akan juga buat periksaan supaya melihat supaya sama adakah semua ini telah digunakan pakai atau digunakan pakai dengan betul.
Since its inception in 2020, he said the aid program has successfully enhanced economic resilience among smallholders, reduced reliance on imported resources, and boosted local production capacity.
The national education policy plays a vital role in shaping a knowledgeable, skilled and morally upright generation by emphasizing unity, quality education and student potential development. Deputy Minister of Women, Early Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development Sarawak, Datuk Muhammad Razi Sitam, said through an integrated national curriculum, students are being exposed to noble values, relevant knowledge and the competencies needed to compete on a global scale.
Program di STEM, Sains, Teknologi, Kejuruteraan dan Matematik pula mengukuhkan minat dan kemahiran dalam bidang kritikal bagi mempersiapkan pelajar untuk menghadapi cabaran revolusi industri 4.0. Itu juga dengan program pendidikan teknikal dan latihan profesional TVS memberi peluang kepada pelajar untuk menguasai kemahiran praktikal dan teknikal yang diperlukan dalam masalah.
Additionally, inclusive programs like Special Education Guarantee that all students, including those with special needs, have equal access to education. Initiatives such as the Malaysia Education Development Plan (PPPM) are also being reinforced to fulfill the government's objective of developing a competitive, innovative and integrity-driven workforce. Razi explained that these policies and programs have had a positive impact on community development and contributed to national progress.
Welcome back. The use of artificial intelligence or AI can be greatly beneficial in learning if students do not abandon the culture of reading and critical thinking in their pursuit of knowledge. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim said that in this regard, students should not rely entirely on AI but instead use it as a new tool to enhance the knowledge they acquire.
So you can rely. Bukan saya nak cadangkan kurangkan, tidak, boleh. Cuma jangan tinggalkan asas. You have to read, you have to learn, you have to digest, you have to be critical. Baru boleh memanfaatkan AI dengan sebaiknya.
During the Temu Anwar program at University Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia UPNM earlier today, Anwar said that AI could become a new force to enhance learning, but fundamental skills like reading and critical thinking must continue to be practiced. He also emphasized that reading books in depth offers students a greater level of understanding as opposed to the short answers typically found through the search engines like Google.
In world news, Indonesia's industry ministry said it has banned the sale of Google Pixel phones over the tech giant's failure to meet investment regulations, days after blocking sales of Apple's iPhone 16. Jakarta is seeking to boost investment from foreign tech companies with restrictive measures that require their phones to be 40% sourced from parts in Indonesia.
Industry Ministry spokesperson Febri Henry Anthony Arif told a press briefing on Thursday that Google Pixel had not obtained a TKDN certificate, the scheme that imposes the 40% rule. He reiterated that as long as those products don't meet the scheme that the ministry has required, they cannot be sold in Indonesia. Southeast Asia's biggest economy has a young, tech-savvy population with more than 100 million people under the age of 30 that tech companies are seeking to capitalize on. According to Industry Ministry data, around 22,000 Google Pixel phones had entered Indonesia this year. Indonesia's smartphone market shipment share in the second quarter of the year was dominated by China's Xiaomi, Oppo, and Vivo, as well as South Korea's Samsung. The ministry said last week phones blocked from commercial sale could still be carried into Indonesia as long as they were not being traded. It added that the iPhone 16 had also not met the 40% local part requirement.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Razi Ahmad. Thank you for watching and have a good night.